You're new to photography, right? You grab a camera, you have a lens, you put it on auto, and you start shooting. You're shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. It's like a drive-by. Okay, it's not like a drive-by, but you're shooting, right? And somebody walks up to you, he sees your camera, and it's like, what kind of aperture does your lens have? And you're like, aperture? Do not let that happen to you. So today I'm going to be talking about aperture. I'm going to try to explain to you in 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it on the 2 minutes what aperture is and how it can affect your image. Cue the intro. Like I said, I'm going to try to explain aperture in 2 minutes. So let's put 2 minutes on the clock right here. Let's go. There are two things that the aperture can affect on your image. One is the depth of field, and two is the amount of light that goes through your lens and onto your sensor. I'm gonna try to explain this as simple as possible by showing you two images. The image on your left is an image with an aperture of f22, and the image on your right is an image with an aperture of f1.8. As you can see, the image on your left has a narrow aperture, and that gives you a deeper depth of field, which means everything in your image will be significantly sharp. The image on your right has a very wide aperture, and that gives you a shallow depth of field, which means your background will be blurred. If you don't like your background, or you just want to separate your subject from your background because you want your subject to look important, a good way to do this is to use a wide aperture. Moving on to the second thing the aperture can affect on your image, and that is the amount of light that goes through your lens and onto your sensor. Again, let me use two photos to demonstrate the difference. Both of these photos have been taken with the same shutter speed, but the photo on your left has been taken with an aperture of f22, and the photo on your right has been taken with an aperture of f1.8. This will come in handy when you're in low light situations and you want to use a higher shutter speed. If you use a narrow aperture, you're gonna have to use a higher ISO, which means you're gonna introduce noise to your image. So in conclusion, high f-stop means narrow aperture, means deeper depth of field. Low f-stop means wide aperture, and that gives you a shallow depth of field. Wide aperture means more light, means lower ISO. Narrow aperture means less light, means higher ISO, and that gives you more noise. I think we made it. Yeah! So if you learned something new from this video, don't forget to like this video, comment down below and let me know what you think. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. The links are in the description, and I'll see you guys next week in the next Tutorial Tuesday. Bye guys!